Have you ever imagined a scenario where a manhole cover could cause a major disruption in a Formula One race? It sounds unbelievable, but that's exactly what happened at the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Welcome to F1 Racing Now. Today, we're talking about the Las Vegas Grand Prix fiasco, how Carlos Sainz hit a loose manhole cover, causing an uproar and a lawsuit that no one saw coming. So, stick around. Before we get into it, check and be sure that you're subscribed to our channel so we can continue bringing you more hot F1 action like this. Alright, let's set the scene. We're in Las Vegas, the city that never sleeps. The sun has set, the Vegas lights are shining, the crowd is buzzing, and the air is filled with the intoxicating mix of excitement and anticipation. This is Las Vegas, baby! Now, turning our attention to Carlos Sainz. He's a matador from Madrid, a force to be reckoned with on the track. He's raced for 4 F1 teams and has Grand Prix victories under his belt. But what sets him apart is his fighting spirit. He's got this fire and tenacity in him, a drive to push all the limits. That's why they call him Chili. So, Carlos is revving up his engine, ready to take on the circuit. The first practice session is underway, and Carlos is in his element. The car is purring like a well-oiled machine, and Carlos is manoeuvring it around the track with an ease of a pro. The clock is ticking, we're 8 minutes into the session, and then out of nowhere, boom! Disaster strikes. There's a jolt, a loud bang, and sparks flying everywhere. Carlos's car had hit something on the track. The crowd gasps, the commentators in shock. What the hell just happened? Turns out it was a loose manhole cover. Yeah, you did hear that right. A manhole cover on the track which hadn't been secured down properly. Now, this is clearly a freak accident in Formula One. It's not something you see every day, and is something that Carlos and Ferrari couldn't have predicted or even avoided. And here's where things get even more unbelievable. Instead of accepting the bizarre nature of the incident, the officials actually penalised Carlos. The manhole cover caused such damage that Ferrari had to replace parts of Carlos's car. So seriously, a penalty. Someone must have it out for this guy. Now, after the manhole incident, you'd think things would get back to normal. Well, wrong. The drama was just getting started. The little hiccup didn't just affect Carlos. No, it caused a whole domino effect. Of course, the officials had to shut the entire track in order to ensure the safety of every single driver. They had to double-check every single manhole on the entire circuit. And this wasn't just a minor inconvenience, it had serious repercussions. Second practice, which was scheduled to take place shortly after, was delayed indefinitely. The drivers, geared up and ready to go, were left twiddling their thumbs. The anticipation in the air was replaced with confusion and frustration. But the real victim of this whole fiasco were the fans. These were people who had travelled from all over the globe to watch their favourite drivers in action. They were told to pack up and leave the track just like that. Imagine the disappointment. No second practice, no thrill of watching cars zoom past, nothing. They paid good money to see this. But hey, not the end of the world. The fans were offered $200 in vouchers to buy merchandise. A bit of a kick in the teeth. That's a very small consolation to make up for the disappointment of missing out on the action. I don't think a t-shirt and a cap is a fair trade for the excitement of the live action. And only $200. Have you seen the price tags on the F1 merchandise lately? $200 would barely get you a couple of lanyards. Moving on, you'd think the drama would end with the track shutdown and the delayed practice. Nope, just when you thought things couldn't get any crazier, a lawsuit enters the picture. Yes, the aftermath of the manhole incident took a legal turn, adding another layer of complexity to an already chaotic day. Enter the Las Vegas law firm. These guys saw the incident, saw the disappointment of the fans, and decided to take matters into their own hands. And they filed a class action lawsuit against F1. Yes, a lawsuit in response to a racing incident. Talk about things escalating quickly. But let's take a moment to understand why. This wasn't just about a manhole cover or a delayed practice. This was about the fans, the people who spent their money to be there, to experience the thrill of the race. They were the ones who had to leave the track, who missed out on the action, who were given a mere $200 voucher as compensation. And for merchandise, that would just help advertise more for F1. So who is really winning here? The law firm argued that this wasn't fair, that the fans deserved better, that F1 had to be held accountable for the way the situation was handled. And so, they took to the courts, seeking justice for the fans. The lawsuit sent shockwaves through the F1 community, and it sparked debates about track safety, about the rights of fans, about the accountability of the organisers. So it was a wake-up call, a reminder that the sport, for all its glamour and excitement, is not immune to scrutiny. Alright, let's shift gears and talk about the actual race. Did you know that the Las Vegas Grand Prix marked its F1 return to Sin City after a whopping 41 years? And talk about breaking traditions. The race took place on a Saturday evening, starting at 10 PM local time, the latest start in F1 history. On top of that, the 6.2-kilometre circuit was the second longest track on the 2023 calendar. It's go big or go home in Vegas. But despite all the drama, it was one heck of a show. The race started off with quite a bang, literally, with Lando Norris crashing early. Now, Norris is known for his cool head and steady hands, so seeing him crash was a shocker. But that's the thing about F1, it's unpredictable. One moment you're cruising along, the next you're out of the race. But the drama didn't stop here. The race was filled with great passes. It was like watching a high-speed chess game, with each driver trying to outmaneuver the other. The roar of engines, cars sliding around the track, the screech of tyres, the sheer adrenaline of the sport, it was intoxicating. And how about that final lap? The moment that had everyone on the edge of their seats. Behind Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc, in a display of skill and determination, managed to pass Sergio Perez to take second place. It was a nail-biting finish, a perfect end to an eventful race. So, despite the manhole incident, the delayed practice, what the media was trying to make you think, and the whole lawsuit, the Las Vegas Grand Prix was a huge success. It had everything you'd want in a race: speed, excitement, drama, and a dash of controversy. It was a reminder of why we love this sport, of why we tune into race after race, season after season. Well, that's it for today. From manhole covers to lawsuits, from thrilling passes to unexpected crashes, the Las Vegas Grand Prix had it all. And it was a race that reminded us why we love the sport, full of unpredictability and occasional controversies. Now, before you go, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the manhole cover incident? Do you think the penalty given to Carlos Sainz was fair? And how about that final lap pass by Charles Leclerc? Drop your comments below and let your voice be heard. And finally, if you enjoyed this video, do see that you can hit that like button and subscribe, plus turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of our next thrilling videos. This has been F1 Racing Now, your inside track to all things F1. Thanks for watching.